Using GPT for text summarization or marketing copy generation is something obvious and simple. But what about implementing GPT inside your web app? What about using the power of GPT to enhance the UX of your SaaS? Let's talk about this today. Here is some slides for you for easier understanding, and it's titled Thriving in the Era of GPT. The insights from a SaaS founder. What does it mean? I don't only want you to understand the power of GPT, I also want you to understand the importance of implementing it. That's the core idea of the presentation, to convince you using GPT. And what's important, I'm not a theory guy, I'm a SaaS founder myself, and we have already implemented GPT inside our SaaS. Today we're gonna understand what's GPT, just a little theory for you to make sure you understand the concept. Also, I would love to tell you why you should care as a SaaS founder, and then I will share our experience on how we implemented that, and the last bonus chapter, some potential threats which can come from the OpenAI company. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Alex, and I am the founder and CEO of Unicorn Platform, the landing page builder company. It's a small bootstrapped company which was founded in 2018 by myself. Today, I'm working in this company as a CEO, but I'm not anymore alone. We have a team, and we have implemented GPT inside our landing page builder to make the life of our beloved customers much more easier. So GPT is a piece of software which can predict the next word for you, such as the one you used when you were younger. But today's text prediction software is much more complicated and much more intelligent. But the newest version of GPT, GPT-4, can not only suggest you the next word, it also remembers all the context you had during the conversation. It remembers the dialogue and can remind you of something or take into account some nuances or details you have been talking about in previous sessions. GPT-4 can guess and give you output much bigger than just a few words. It can give ideas, huge abstract concepts, bullet points, actions, huge tips. Basically, GPT can generate any type of text that you want. Imagine anything: poem, quote, novelty, book, article, biography. But even that not the only case. Surprisingly, as GPT was growing and learning more data, it was gaining new skills, new abilities. And the latest version knows not only texts and can operate not only phrases, but it also learned maths and logic. For some reason, GPT obtained new skills which it wasn't trained. So GPT was reading out of books about algebra, mathematics, and it just understood it. If you ask it to multiply something or create a formula, it will give it to you because it knows this math language. So GPT understands concepts, not just pieces of text. Don't think of this as text suggestion software. It's an intelligent software. We can call it, someone calls it AI, artificial intelligence. So take it seriously. Next one is it makes everybody equal. What does it mean? It means that GPT gives everybody the average level of all skills you can imagine. In the past, a SaaS founder should not only know how to rule a company, but a successful SaaS founder also must know a lot of wide knowledge. How to code, how to design, how to communicate, how to negotiate, how to sell. A lot of skills needed to do that. But since we have GPT now, you don't need to have all these skills. If you need an email, just ask GPT to generate it. If you need an advice about UI, again, GPT is here to help. It knows all the best practices. Same for code. GPT can code, if you didn't know. So any problem here can be solved with the help of GPT. And every person now is an averagely skilled person in every possible area. GPT can be trained your data. That's important. GPT, it's not a predefined set of data. It can be input some new texts, some new knowledge. For example, you can train GPT with the concepts of your application. You can tell it how to do that, how to do this, and therefore it will be able to operate your SaaS. Then all you will need to do is to give access to this prompt field to your users, and your users will be able to interact with the application through text field. You will get a live bot powered by GPT, which is actually smart, which understands how your SaaS works and allow the users to interact with that through text field. If trained properly, of course. Here you will need some help of smart developers. They should not be, some super well-paid geniuses. An average smart developer can understand the thing and do the whole job. If you don't implement GPT, your competitors will. What does it mean? My point is that GPT isn't an optional item. It's a must-have new technology everyone should implement. If you don't set up it, all your competitors will do it, and they will win. The new age GPT-powered UX will beat your well-designed application. Just look around, see what the competitors share in their Twitters. You will see that all of them are playing with GPT nowadays. Same for influencers, for thought leaders. See what they are thinking about. They start to imagine new GPT use cases for SaaS, for mobile applications, for software, and if you just ignore it, you will lose the game. It's not the thing to be sad about, it's to be excited and fun about. Try to see how to implement GPT in your SaaS, or maybe you should do a pivot, or maybe you have ideas for new applications. Totally, the market will change, the game will change, the leaders may become not the leaders anymore, and you may grab more of the market share. So think of this as the era of opportunities. What's about my SaaS unicorn platform? What do we implement here? Let me briefly tell you about what Unicorn Platform is, and then I will explain how we plan to implement it and what we have already done. Unicorn Platform is a landing page builder. It's a classical SaaS. Users pay for access to our software, to our service, and they are able to build pages and publish it online. It's a classic business, nothing extraordinary, a traditional piece of software. And we are working hard to implement GPT into that. We think that GPT is the #1 priority these days. We paused all our other initiatives to focus on the AI. Let's see in details how do we implement GPT in Unicorn Platform. And here you can see some points that are on our roadmap. And the first one is content creation. A landing page is usually a text and images and some kind of structure, a layout. So if your users use text, which most of them do, your landing page builder should allow them to manipulate the content with the power of GPT. That's quite obvious thing to do. The first one, everybody is thinking about, it's improving your copy, changing maybe tone. Next one is more hard to do, it's website building. We want to use AI to allow users manipulate with their websites, to ask GPT to add some components, to change components, reorganize them, that kind of stuff. And this flow will work in a chat style. This chat GPT thing, this UX, then you chat with AI and get results. I found this really familiar and good from the perspective of UX, and we want to add this experience to Unicorn Platform too. So users will be able to chat with our landing page builder and achieve results. More on that, improving conversion. GPT knows everything about everything, so it knows how to boost the conversion of your website. It knows the best UX practices. You just need to train them how to work with your exact layout and with your exact website builder. Then it will do the thing. It will apply its knowledge and skills to improve landing pages of your clients. This is what we do for our clients. Next one is SEO. SEO is a really boring, very boring, perhaps the most boring task for me. I find it super lame to research for keywords, to optimize texts, to write a lot of content. I think it's super lame. I'm sorry, a disclaimer, if you're a SEO specialist, it's nothing about you, it's just about me. I hate SEO personally. So I want my users to forget about these problems, and I want their landing pages to be updated by AI. That's super simple. AI can do keyword research, change texts across all your pages, across all your blog posts, across all your websites automatically. Next one is more interesting. It's form integrations. By form integration, I mean a function that sends data from your website builder's form to some kind of service. For example, to MailChimp or to Zapier or to MailerLite, Google Sheet. We have a bunch of them, but sure, we don't have all of them. How GPT can help with that? As I said, GPT knows everything about everything. So it knows the documentation of each possible email service. So you can attach any API of any email collection service to your form. You don't need to write code. You can just allow your users to do like this. Hey, Unicorn platform, please connect API of email octopus, which you don't have integration with, to my form. And Unicorn platform will do that with the help of ChatGPT. ChatGPT will search for the documentation, create a function, and attach it to the user's landing page. No need to create new integrations with the help of your developers. We can forget about that. AI can do this job. Moving next, improve page structure. As I said, GPT knows the best practices in every niche, so it can create the best possible structure for your landing page. It can be shorter or longer than you have. It could change its styling to make it more playful or modern. It's all about improvement, but you don't have to think about it. You have a powerful companion. Moving next, mass edition. This is something I have been asked for a long time. Imagine you have a website and your address is in New York. You have dozens of pages, and on every page you mention this city, New York. And for some reason you moved to Massachusetts. What should you do? And again, you have to change a lot of text, which is a super boring task to do. You have to go through each of your pages, then you have to find this New York string, this piece of text, and change it to Massachusetts. That will take you like days or hours of work to do. Let's delegate it to ChatGPT. This one is simple and obvious. Allow your users to translate everything on any language they want. Next thing is summarization. It will allow our users to, for example, create a TLDR block for their blog post. For example, you have an article and you want to add a small excerpt at the top and give the readers the quick brief idea of what's going on the article below. We can do that automatically. Let's go next. It's better UI. Again, GPT can improve UI because it knows the best practices of everything, including UI. The next thing is automated A/B testing. Imagine A/B testing. That's that. You create a hypothesis and create another landing page for validating your hypothesis. And so you have two landing pages and you track conversion, which one works better. Then you have another one and you train, test all your ideas. That's an everlasting process, a lot of work to do. It requires a lot of ideas and it's a constant work. GPT can help here too. It can create an infinite amount of pages for you and test an infinite amount of hypotheses. It can move your buttons, your forms, your change your copy, remove or add banners, all types of things you can imagine. And if you're worried that your page has low traffic, so A/B testing might not work, that's not a thing to worry about, because when you trust your landing page to Unicorn platform, the AI-powered landing page builder, you don't have such a problem, because we know all the data which happens, all the events which happens to all our clients. So if your web page doesn't have a lot of traffic, enough traffic to do A/B testing, we will have some other client in the similar niche with enough traffic. And we will use the data which we grab for them and apply this data to your landing page and use already tested best results for your landing page. You don't have to wait, and that's cool, and you don't have to have a lot of traffic. And the last cool thing we want to implement is cloning websites. I think I should have started with this one. Cloning websites is the most important thing you could ever imagine. And the most important thing any landing page builder could ever imagine. I am sharing you this with a secret. Please don't tell this to our competitors. Cloning a website is basically making a copy of any website on the web your users asks to do. Imagine you're building your new business and it's a car rental business and you don't want to create a landing page from scratch, and you can just type create a clone of and then send a link to your competitor, to an established renting car company. What Unicorn platform will do, it will just go to this page, clone it, and rewrite the whole copy to make it, unique. That's it. That's super simple. And another use case which will blow your mind, it's actually the cloning of a website. It's importing any website to Unicorn platform. How it works, you again type clone this website and send a link to your old previous website which you have built on Wix or Squarespace or some other lame website builder, and Unicorn platform just goes there, copies the text, the components, the structure, and recreates the whole landing page on Unicorn platform. That's super cool because it's a super simple way to export your website from another platform and move to another one to ours. In the past, website builders had to create a lot of code to provide this importability. For example, each other platform, CMS, such as WordPress, Joomla, Wix, Squarespace, they all require its own huge functions and a lot of code has to be written. But now GPT just can go, see, and clone this website with the help of some web scrapers. That's not a big problem, it's a simple tech. We don't want Unicorn platform to be just a service, a co-pilot. It's a new trendy word, co-pilot. We want it to be a service that you can trust and delegate all the job. It will be your super partner with extremely high knowledge and skills in every niche. Yes, just like GPT does. And we want Unicorn platform to work for you, for your landing page. So you sleep and the landing page improves by itself. We want your landing page to be the best possible option of itself. The best possible landing page you can theoretically imagine will be created on Unicorn platform, not with your skills, not with the help of more skillful designers or your friends, but with the help of GPT. And the last one, we want to manage the whole web presence of your business or your identity or person. What does that mean? Landing page is a piece of your web presence. It allows strangers from the web come to your page and check out what you sell or tell. And that's not enough for the modern web. You also have to have social media such as Instagram, Twitter, and that's again a part of web presence. We want to Unicorn platform AI manage it for you. So it creates content for you. It will be able to understand your personality and reply to your fans or clients. It can make sales, comment something, make a conversation, understand your clients and fans better, and tell you how to act with them. So we want Unicorn Platform AI to be this kind of a marketing tool that works for you. Not with you, but for you. Some ideas that you can implement to your SaaS. I have been talking about Unicorn Platform a lot, not to brag, not to sell it to you, but to make you thinking in this way, the way we do. And here are some ideas for your SaaS you can implement. Those are just generic things. First is text prompt UX. And what does that mean? We have buttons, yeah, we have toggles, we have sliders, that those UX clicking and clocking is something old. Welcome to the new age, the age of text prompts. Now people want to chat. They want to send text comments and they want software to understand that. Give them an ability to do that. Make them do less work with touching their mouse, with clicking, but more fun time when they see that AI is doing their job for them by just asking. Next one is summarization. It's something that GPT can do really well because it understands concepts, ideas, yeah, huge parts of texts. Here is a great example of I like to see. I think it's used really well to this community. And this site is called daily.dev. It's a developer website, social network. Here developers share great articles, posts they found on the web. And if you click on any post, you can see at the top here is the title and TLDR. So you can read these few sentences and get a general idea of what's going on this post before you even go to it, before you spend your time. That's what you could add to your SaaS. Next one, it's onboarding assistant. If your SaaS is complicated, if it's a CRM or sales platform, such as, I don't know, something big, you can add a smart bot chat to your application. And it could be a really smart, like not everything we have seen before, when a chatbot just sends links to help desk articles. This time with GPT, chatbot can actually be smart because it will actually understand what's GPT and what's the problem your user is talking about. Next thing is retention manager. Retention is important. You want your users to use your SaaS, to pay for subscription, and you want them to do that for as long as possible. With Retention Manager, you can ask GPT to analyze the behavior of your users when they churn, when they cancel, and understand what to change so they do it less often. Imagine you have CRM, right? And your users have thousands of users. Some of them live there, they use app like this, like that, a lot of data and a lot of clients. And you can find correlations. For example, you can give your CRM users insights. Hey, we have analyzed all your clients and we found a correlation. Users from, let's say, London who work on your app at evenings and who are older than 30 years old, they spend much more time on using your app than all other users. So they focus on that audience, and if you listen to this smart advice, you can grow your SaaS more and more. And the last one is the detection of anomalies. For example, your SaaS works unexpectedly. Something could be working bad. For example, your servers may go down, or sometimes you get a lot of churn, a lot of people don't use something bad happens, and you cannot predict it, you cannot explain it. GPT can do a research and give you the answers. Moving next. The last chapter I want to talk about is OpenAI, the company, and potential threats we can get from them and from any other company who invests so much time and money into training their large language models. The first one is ChatGPT plugins. OpenAI and ChatGPT have announced plugins. That means that they want their ChatGPT thing not only be able to reply by text, but also be connected to the physical world. So you can, for example, rent a car or buy a house by typing your wish to ChatGPT. But the problem is that these plugins will be picked by the staff, and it will kill competition. Imagine everyone will use ChatGPT instead of Google, and if in Google you will have like 10 results when you search for a car, rent a car, this, that, a lot of companies, and here we can see Kayak. And on ChatGPT you will have only one result, one that's absolutely great, but from the perspective of the OpenAI company, because they added that company. And as far as I know, Kayak is one of their partners, and you will see Kayak only. And that could be a potential threat for your business, because if you're not in the ChatGPT search query result, you're not on the web. Of course, it will happen only if ChatGPT will become the only way to ask to find, to search for information for people. You don't know that for sure. Next one. If you add GPT to your application, to your SaaS, and you highly rely on the OpenAI API, for some reason it can turn you off. It can limit your access to their API. That could be a problem. Your UX will stuck. The way your users used to use your application will be broken, not possible anymore. This problem can be avoided by training your own GPT-like model or GPT. There are plenty of open source stuff. Check it out on the internet. Stability.ai have released one just a few days ago. Check this out, and it's not a big problem to train your own model. It will not cost you a lot of money. It's possible. So you can start with the OpenAI API, and then slowly, step by step, train your own model just to cover your back. If for some reason OpenAI will train another model, and let's call it GPT-5, and it will have unlimited tokens limit. Let me remind you that at this moment we have like 4K tokens limit for GPT 3.5, and it's up to 32,000 tokens for GPT 4. So it has been increased 8 times, right? So if it goes up and it continues to be increased, which again could not happen, because it not works like this. It's not growing eternally. It could start to become flat. But if it grows eternally, for some reason no one knows yet, then GPT will be able to produce a lot of more results. It will learn more ways to think. It will learn not only math and logic, as I said previously, but a lot of more concepts. It will get its own vision of the world, its own ideas. It will be able, of course, to code anything, and all applications, all SaaSes will become meaningless. So that would be, I think, a big problem for the whole humanity. So don't think much about this last one. Just make sure you do your job well, and it will be okay. So thanks for watching.